This is a HeadGum podcast.
Gather round! I like that! Yeah!
Yes!
Mess around!
That's what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh!
Stand all day. All night. Look at that.
They messing around. What's up, y'all? This is a very interesting episode of The Mess Around with Hannah and Lamorne, and now it's with Hannah, Lamorne, and Jake Johnson. The reason it's interesting, the reason why we got Jake on this episode today is because he directed this episode. Jake directed Bob and Carol and Nick and Schmidt. When I started rewatching it, I completely forgot.
Me too.
That you had directed it, because we've had, I know you directed Bill Burr. I thought that was just a cool thing to say. I directed Bill Burr, but I didn't remember which episode it was because he's been on twice. And twice, right? He was in Chicago and he was also in this one. And so, but this episode was so funny. Then I was like, this is so silly. They keep doing these weird bits. I was like, I wonder if this has to be the one he directed. Because it was, I mean, I know the writers write a bunch of nasty shit.
It was also Rob Rizzo.
But,
Rizzo was, to this day, he's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
He wrote a bit in there about, that was so perfectly funny in New Girl, about my character left milk in my room, but it was to the top. And Max was like, it's like an infinity pool. He's like, why didn't you take some of the milk down? And the idea that a character pours milk all the way to the top, and then he's like, you never know when you're going to need some milk. I was like, it is just so funny.
I love when Schmidt finds it. He's like, oh, there it is. Wow, all the way to the top. If you Google or if you AI,
You've been AI in your research, Lamorne? Come on,
No.
man. We're in a battle against robots.
No, this is the point. This is what I'm getting into.
We're losing.
It says that you did not direct any episodes of New Girl.
Fuck
And I
that
thought that
robot.
was... that's
Yeah,
what
they
I
don't
mean.
like you.
AI
That
don't
robot
know
doesn't
shit.
like you.
No, the robot's always been against me.
Yeah.
It also says you're only worth $8 million, Jake. And I just don't believe that to be true.
Come on, man. You know that robot lies.
I just think you're worth so much more.
Come on, man. It also said I didn't direct, King.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Before we jump into this, we're just going to do a recap of it. I have to ask you a question. Did Trent O'Donnell help you at all during this process?
Yes.
He was pretty solid.
Yeah, Trent O'Donnell's, who, you know, you guys have talked about him a lot here, but he directed about half the episodes. And I think he came around season 3 and then really, in my opinion, was one of the MVPs of that show. And he's the guy who taught me so much about different coverages. Obviously, I like cross coverage. I like when both actors can be on camera at the same time because our show, there was so much riffing and responded. So singles, I think, kills that, where you're then trying to create something 2 hours later, but you don't even remember. And so Trent was somebody I asked to, as a producer, just to oversee everything and make sure I wasn't missing anything. So I wouldn't have done it if Trent wasn't working with us.
There's a picture. I don't know. Can you see this picture? Is it pulled up for you? Where it's really sweet because you can see Trent obviously mentoring you and showing you, and Rizal standing there.
Yes.
That moment of learning.
I mean, you know this, but like Trent was just such a huge part of that show, and so much help and funny, and then Roselle, like for that show also, whichever writer you had on set that week, really mattered. And so that was a lucky one. Having Roselle and having Trent, it just felt like I knew I was in good shape on that one.
Yeah. Did we lose Lamorne?
Yeah, let's just go on with him. He'll come back.
He's like, bye. I don't want to do it anymore.
He froze. We're in a storm, goddammit.
Lamorne just said all the lights went out in his house and he has no power.
Well, let's do it. Let's do you and me.
All right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Let's keep going.
Okay, let me see where our recap is written in this thing. All right, okay. Here is our recap of the episode. So hide your valuables because a couple Millers are coming to town. Nick's cousin Bobby and wife Carol visit the loft, not to ask Nick for money as expected, but to ask for something much more personal than money, his sperm. and whoops, gets extremely involved in this process. Well, of course, it's none other than Nick's soulmate, Schmidt. And then we have a little bit of a classic Cece and Winston mess around action at the bridal shop as Winston proves that he's got some bridesmaid-like tricks up his sleeve. So I guess before we dive into everything, this is the first episode that you directed?
Yeah, the first and only, I believe.
That's it?
Yeah, but I think I was the first of the cast to direct one.
Yeah, I think that's right. Lamorne had written one before this, right?
Yes,
with
Lamorne
Damon.
had written one, yes.
Right, that's right.
I didn't
And
know
so
Damon had a writing credit on that too.
I feel like they wrote it together.
Wow.
I don't know if actually there was a credit involved, but I remember they both were really involved because it was like, about a black cop and they were really
Yeah, that's
like,
exactly right.
They all sat around and it was like a very big deal. So I feel like Damon was really involved, but I thought he had got a writing credit on it.
That makes
I don't know.
sense.
So how did that conversation go to get you to direct this episode?
Well, I was really interested in directing, especially because when you do TV, which we did together and we would discuss, there's just some directors in television are so great because they know how to move fast and set you up, and they know how to heighten things, and they keep coverages pretty simple on a show like ours because the burnout was so intense that I never wanted to direct because I'm not a natural director. But I was like, I just wanted to direct to make it a really fun episode that was, everybody was scoring and it was easy and fun to go like, this is how it could always be. Because that's all I really just cared about the bits. Mm-hmm. And so Liz was cool enough to give me a shot. I had a lot of help. Trent helped. Russ Alsobrook, our DP. Casey Hodgkiss helped. Like everybody was making it really easy for me to win. So it didn't feel like real directing. I experienced that when I did the movie, but it felt like bowling, but with, where they have like bumper bowling.
Oh, the guards up.
You know what it felt like? You doing Wheel of Fortune with us. No fail. No gutters.
You know what I will say is that I remember when we did the bridal shop scene.
Yes, same with me.
And I just remember it because I was like, what the fuck is Jake going to do at this bridal shop? Like, what inspiration and direction is he going to be able to give in this scenario? The whole thing was so funny. We all knew each other so well at that point that there was no way I was going to be able to take you seriously in a bridal shop, telling me how to be at a bridal shop. But here's where the gift was, and this is why I do think you're a great director, is that you gave me the safest space to get weirder, to go harder, and gave the gift of time. I think sometimes directors have come onto our show and they're so trying to make it something that they can cut onto their reel. And so they have such a specific things that they want you to do. Then they're like, we got it. And they keep moving.
Yes.
And at least I think you had seen the people that you would like direct, the ones that didn't work for you. And you were like, just let her cook for a minute. Totally. And go and be silly and dance and let the two of them have their moment.
100%.
Lamorne, you get up there with her.
Yeah.
You
Play
guys
some
be
music,
weird together.
Be funny.
That's right. And that's where now, like every wedding on planet Earth, somebody sends me in my DMs a gif of Lamorne and I dancing from that wedding thing.
Oh, that's cool.
All the time. And they were just like, this is like me and my bestie or whatever.
Totally.
But I know it probably wouldn't have happened with 99% of the directors on our show.
Well, yes.
You choose Sean in the bridal shop.
So my big thing with television, and it's why I miss sitcom TV and why if I find the right one, I want to go back, because I think television, unlike movies or indies or even these like 10 episode streamers, it's about the writers have to be excellent. If you have bad writers, you're dead. Mm-hmm. But if the writers write really funny situations in terms of a fucking situation comedy, and the characters are three-dimensional, then it's about the cast. Mm-hmm. It is not a director's medium. Mm-hmm. If you're doing episode 17, season 2, they're not hiring Scorsese.
Right.
You're not calling Greta Gerwig and saying, hop in and do this episode. You're hiring a TV director who knows how to find funny, is technically really sound, knows what the show looks like, and then goes, oh, great, I got Hannah and Lamorne. They're buds. Let them cook.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that moment, and I was like, Those, especially because we sometimes really did have like, like the foot on the back of our neck sometimes to kind of move. And that's why I think could kind of get a little, like prickly because we're just like, let us do our thing.
Well, especially with a new director who would be like we're on episode 70.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a tea delivery. I know. Oh, 2 different teas. Thank you. That's nice.
Oh, thanks for joining us, Lamar.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Lamar.
Yeah.
So the power went
Lamar,
out in the neighborhood.
Next time you got to take a dump, don't say you had a power outage. Just be honest.
I did that.
We're back at the
bathroom.
Christmas episode.
He
know how
texted me, I had Mexican food for breakfast. It's not sitting right. I'm going to fake it. Don't sell me out.
It's storming by me.
Yeah.
My
That's
power's
his fake.
out.
That's his fake phone. That's his
I'm
Hollywood
going to say
phone.
Ryan and Vanna are not ready. They should listen to this episode to prepare themselves. I'm actually now, this hour is what it's going to do is make me nervous for them, and that will make me feel better on the day.
Yeah, I agree.
Look, guys, where are you on the episode? Because I'm serious about this stuff.
We've just been talking about how Jake was a great director. This is
You
what
still
happens when
haven't
you
got-
leave. I
I
give
thought I
Jake's
was-
compliments. Now you're going to come back and be all pissed off about it.
No, I thought I would come back and you guys would be halfway done with this. You guys haven't even fucking started.
No, we've been moving.
Where are you? Where you are in the plot of this episode?
No, we're not in the plot. She was talking
We're
about
not in the
direct.
plot.
She did some recap, and
Yeah, I
then
did
how
the
did you
recap
get
for
involved
you.
in wanting to direct it? We were having an actually intelligent conversation, Lamar.
Oh well, please more of that. More of Jake Johnson intelligence.
Well, because you were directing it. Here, true, real question. Did you have any say in the casting of these guest stars?
I don't think so. No.
No,
I don't
they
remember.
just said, here are these geniuses
I
that are
remember it
joining
being
you.
Bill Burr and Lennon Parham. And Lennon, I adore. I think she is just as funny as it gets. And Bill
Yeah.
Burr is obviously Bill Burr. I don't have to say anything about him. But no, I felt like I won big. I had a really easy group. And then we also had Dover, who was working with you. No, I did. I might have had say because I remember casting her. So I don't remember. I don't think I did with Bill Burr because he was already on our show.
Yeah,
But
right.
Lennon Parham, maybe. I can't remember. I mean, but I remember the woman who worked at the wedding shop is
Yeah.
somebody I think is very funny.
Oh yeah, she was really funny.
I was genuinely intimidated by her. I do remember
Yeah,
that feeling.
totally.
I was like, are you acting? You're scaring me.
Oh,
You're tough.
Yeah, I know.
You're tough and you're funny.
guys, if you're just tuning in, we're here with Jake Johnson. Jake, let's just start from the beginning. You know what I mean? Let's just start from the top of this episode.
Feels weird
So
after 20 minutes. Feels like the wrong call. Yeah. Maybe start at like the 20-minute mark.
Well, we can just honestly, I don't even need the recap. I don't need the recap. Let's just talk through the moments.
Now we're talking.
Let's just talk through the moments, okay? Wedding dress shopping. The cool thing about this Winston and Cece dynamic is that Winston is so he's stupid. Like, he's dumb. Like, he really is. And I think he could fit into any
But
situation.
the character wasn't when they first started writing him, but the writers write to the actor. So
That's
by
not-
the end,
that's not how it
Winston
works.
was the dumbest guy on the show. But
That's
at
not how it
first, he
works.
was an alpha dog, if you remember.
Is this the episode where you almost fucked your cousin?
Yes, I was about to say, I don't think you have a leg to stand on. And you
So
were
wrote that one
directing
for
it.
me.
You could have made some adjustments.
I
You're
got
like,
some
no, this
good-looking
is
family
perfect.
members.
Which reminds me, the logistics of why you were so upset. Okay, you start off by saying you think it's money. You think they're going to want money. We've all been there with family. And they get there and they don't want your money. They want your sperm. Now, you could go and do that. You could go do the thing at the clinic. And then it turns out they want you to actually do the deed, with her. Now, in my mind, I thought, okay, clearly this is TV, but we're going to go down this hole. No pun intended. There's a easier way. Well, you know what I mean, because of sex. What you do in that. You
You don't
down.
go down a hole. You go up a hole. You go
Well,
up
it
a
depends on
hole.
where you are logistically.
It does depend
That's
on
true.
You know what I mean?
agree.
angles.
I'm not the most
So we know
flexible
you're
cat in the
lazy.
world.
we just know you're lazy. You like to lie down the whole time. But what you could have done, which would have made this thing as just as weird, but not as, gross. You could have, and hear me out. I don't know how to say this because this is is a podcast.
In a cup.
You could have been, on your own while she turned around, or it was
Turkey
not in
baster.
the room, and then right when you were about to do the thing, you could just put it in really quick, and then just one time, and then you wouldn't have to have a whole
Like
evening.
glory
of it.
hold it, just like
Yeah.
so that you
Yeah,
can see
like-
or touching.
Guys, we were on
Just-
Fox. What do you think? This was
We're
an
saying as a
HBO
director,
show?
you weren't creative enough, and the
Yeah,
cousin
could you imagine me
sensitivities of this all.
pitching? So I'm thinking maybe a glory hole for Nick. And... no.
Well, I don't know if what happened is much better. I genuinely was surprised too, because I'll never forget like Finkel one day being like, "Oh, we said but too many times, and they're giving me shit, and we got to go change it." Then you watch scenes like this, and you're like, "It feels like you guys aren't consistent
It was
in what
arbitrary.
you think is going
I
to
agree with
offend
that.
people or what is too much or too far."
Yeah.
Well, my favorite scene, one of my favorite scenes of all time, where you talk about going too far, was when Jess and I did the scene about the popcorn maker, and Jess thought that I was talking about you, and the popcorn maker was Cece's vagina, and you wanted the popcorn machine in the bar, but she thought you and I were
remember
hooking
this.
up, and I was like, "Oh man."
That was a few
All
episodes
those
ago.
drunks
That was
putting their hands in that sweaty box with all that disgusting oil.
I remember asking Liz specifically if she would take that whole thing out. I was like,
You did?
please, no. I really did. I was like, please, no. I was like, and she's like, no one's going to care. No one will ever remember it. It's just funny for this story and this thing. I promise you it's going to hit. And looky. It's a decade later. And you know what Jake Johnson says? Out of nowhere. You know what
True.
my favorite thing is on New Girl?
By the way,
Dirty,
I've talked about it before.
stinky. I can't, you
I
guys.
find it's then the scene where I go like, she's
Now I'm
like,
scared
well, what's
again.
bad? She goes, what's bad about it? And I go like this, I don't know, the smell. And she's like, I'm sure it doesn't smell. I go like this, they all smell.
Terrible. I was like, please don't make this the whole bit.
Oh gosh.
Liz is like, it's gonna work. It's gonna be fine, and
I
no
love
one
how
will
Liz
care. I
just
promise
said,
you.
I don't care. I'm gonna just do it.
All right. So Cece and Winston, they go wedding shopping, dress shopping, and it's normally this is something reserved for her and Jess, but Jess is having jury duty, and we go and we do the thing. Right, we go and we drink champagne. Now, I remember this is one of those episodes that's very memeable and very GIF
That's
friendly.
what I was just saying to Jake, is that everybody gets married, sends a GIF of you and I drinking champagne, dancing, the hats acting crazy, and they're like, I'm getting married and my best friend's there. Like, it became this meaningful thing to so many people of how they can relate. And that's only because Jake gave us the space to get weird and for you to jump in and out. And it wasn't like tight on that little set where we shot that.
Jake, when you watch me perform, what does that mean to you? How does it make you feel to know? Just to know.
Well, Lamorne, as you know, I think you're very talented.
Thanks, man.
I had you over at my house during auditions.
That's right. That's right.
I put you on the goddamn podcast 500 times. When I was doing promotion for my movie, it was you and me in a bed, babe. Oh, also, Spider Noir looks good, man.
Oh, thank
I
you.
saw that
look
trailer.
great.
That looks cool, man.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. What would be an interesting Easter egg is season 2 if you
Totally.
join Nick. I mean, if Nick is reprising his role in Spider-Verse.
You know, the catch is I heard contractually with Peter Parker, you can't do spinoffs. Sony owns him so intensely.
Yeah, this is Sony.
No, Sony is really strict on Peter Parker.
But wouldn't
So-
that make sense if this is both a Sony thing? They can
I
just
agree.
do.
They
You know
could.
what I mean? Wouldn't
But you know what I think we should do is you should come with me to the Spider-Verse premiere, and I should go to you at the Spider Noir thing and not mention why. Just be each other's dates. Just for the new girl world to be like, okay.
Yeah. And never say a thing about it.
And be taking photos, but be in matching clothes.
Guys are just going to Dumb and Dumber your big premieres. This is great.
Exactly.
Why not? Why not? Okay, so we're back with
I don't even know how to talk about this episode, to be honest with you, because I got so caught off guard by the whole have a baby with my cousin. I need your blessing, Schmidt, so I can masturbate. Like, the whole thing was so wild. Do you remember if, like, it was? I was sitting there and I was like, this feels like the weirdest episode.
When you popped out of the room and said, all right, come in here for a second, I just thought that is one of the weirdest things.
But also because there's no Zoe, right? It just feels
Right.
like it's a whole totally different TV show, but like in a parallel universe where we don't have this like sweet center that kind of was like grounded the show where everything had to come back around to.
Well, that's
it was
what it
like,
is.
this is what this could look like. And it's so unhinged and inappropriate and wild, and everyone's drunk at the bridal store and
I feel like
screwing their
what
cousins.
this episode is what our show would have looked like if we were on FX rather than Fox. And I
Exactly.
felt that while we were doing it, like Rizal as a writer, I was like, because there was a version of our show that would be very sweet, and then there was a version of our show that could have been more cable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were pre-streaming, so that like world of like just having a little bit more bite and going after the hard laughs, and then there was times where it went after kind of like the sweet. We all end up dancing at the end,
Right.
and those are just two different lanes. And the lane it went after was really successful, but there was times where the push and pull of that show at times would be like, man, we have so many people here, we could do both.
Yeah.
And at
I think-
times it did feel like, why don't we end with a big laugh? And the truth is because Liz really knew what that show was and said like, well, what this one wants to be is this. And I didn't understand that at the time, that like certain shows want to be something. But it was nice that every once in a while we got to do a runner or an episode or even like a whole, bit, like a whole multi-arc bit where you're like, this one feels other than this show. I mean, the whole thing where my character becomes friends with an old version of me who might be a time traveler. They would just do things at times where they were like, this isn't fully the original tone of the show, but let's just put it in and see if it works. And our show had that.
Yeah.
I love Time Traveler Nick. Sorry to digress from this episode, but that actor was in Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
Yes, he's
John
so
C. Reilly's dad. so funny.
Such a mean old son of a bitch.
He's so funny. But that's why this episode, I think you guys did a great job with this episode of filling that gap where it's like, and I think that obviously that was intentional, where Jess couldn't be, someone was. Like, why the hell is Winston
Totally.
helping you try on dresses, talking about bras and no bra?
Totally right.
And why is Schmidt in there coaching Nick through certain things that he shouldn't be coaching him through? You know what I mean? Like, why? Why? So
Right.
these are all places Jess possibly would have been, but they needed filler. They needed someone to go and handle the responsibility of her. And they're trying as best as they can to keep it together, but they can't. They cannot.
But I also loved, I also loved in our show that, I mean, Zoe was gone, what, 4 episodes?
Yeah, something like that, 4 or 5.
4 or 5. And then, I mean, she was pregnant, she had to be. But then Megan Fox jumped in. And what that really showed me is, oh, this show in another world, in another era, we could have done 12 seasons of it. And people could come and go of it. It could have been a thing where you had Zoe left for a year, one of you left for a year, I left for, Max leaves for, and like somebody could just come in. The world was enough. There was enough players that I'm like, oh, it really could have spun off a little bit more.
Well, I think
Like
it was a
soap
perfect
opera
setting.
style. Remember
Yes.
in soap operas where they would just
Yeah.
let someone disappear and someone
And then
else
they
would
come
show
back.
up, and
Well,
then
I
they would
think-
come back, and you're
Well,
like,
that's what
all
I
right.
meant. When Zoe left at first, I thought like, so we're going to go on hiatus.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, remember they were going to have Fred Armisen.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is crazy. And then we did an episode without her. And I was like, it was funny, but it was more comedic.
Yeah.
And then we got Megan Fox. And I was like, oh, it's a totally different show.
Yeah.
But it's also the same universe.
Well,
Because
yeah,
then
it's
she
the-
came back and it worked with Megan too. I was like, oh, this is neat, guys.
Well, it's the real world. It's you live in a place and people move out and people move in.
Right.
And I think the folks vibe with it because they're like, oh, this is normal. You know,
And
my
it was
homeboy
established
left
from
and,
the
you know.
beginning with Damon, right? You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
That's
We had Damon
exactly
then come
right.
back, and then we had actually that rhythm. We should have
Mm-hmm.
written that in our letters. When we all wrote those letters to everybody asking to stay on the air, we should have been like, also,
I never did.
But it-
I never
fun
did.
idea. You never wrote that letter?
No, I don't do that.
Oh, I wrote
I don't
that
do that. I don't beg, bro.
You beg.
What do you mean?
For sure.
You're just totally a guy who begs for stuff.
No, I mean, because if I want something, like, I'll ask a lot, and people
And
might
say
call
please
it begging.
and put your hands together and be on your knees.
No, I one knee.
That's not a
Colin
proposal
Kaepernick.
when you're asking for something that's not marriage. It's a beg.
May I please have another episode of the show?
You working out, Lamorne? Holy.
Oh, you talking about this whole thing? Oh, that's
Yeah.
nothing. Don't worry about all
I
that.
wasn't at the Super Bowl
Don't
last
worry
week. What
about that.
happened in the past week?
Well,
No,
thank
that's
you guys
just-
for
that's
the
just
invite
lighting.
to the Super Bowl party. No, I appreciate that.
You wouldn't have showed up, Jake.
There's
I
no way
appreciate
you
the
would.
effort.
I was barely there.
It means the world to me. Was it at your house, Lamorne?
No, it was at the Palladium.
The Palladium?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the fuck does that mean?
The
The
Palladium
concert
is
venue?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a little speakeasy now. They're opening up called the Final Room. So they had a little party there.
Oh.
In a big kids room with a bouncy house and arcade.
Oh, is that true?
games.
Yeah,
so
it
the
was
kids
sweet.
were
It was
in
actually really
That's
sweet.
fun.
there.
It was
Yeah,
super fun. You would have hated it. You would never have come.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
have
I
gone to the Palladium, no.
No.
If it was
Where
at
would-
Lamorne's house, maybe.
Jake, shut the.
So you're not driving to Lamorne's house.
If we went hiking, I would have.
No, I come to you to hike.
No, Griffith Park, baby. That's 20 minutes from me.
It's
You guys
80 minutes
hike
for me.
together?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta keep him motivated.
I find that
motivated
hard
as
to
hell, man.
visualize.
I keep Jake motivated.
I deadlift 325, Big Daddy.
You deadlift 325?
Yeah.
Congratulations. I've been doing that for, I don't know, 35 years.
As a baby, you were deadlifting 325.
Had to. What? I had to escape.
You deadlifted out of your mother's body?
Yeah, bro.
Let's get back on track here. This isn't Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
I'm so hot.
Okay, let's get back
It's
to.
coming back.
I just said Wheel of Fortune and you started
I'm
panic
telling
sweating.
you, I'm starting to sweat. I'm
This
getting
is
hot.
crazy, Hannah.
Okay, so
I
we're.
know. I'm sorry. I'm just not built for. I'm not built for game show daytime television.
Let's get.
Who is?
Some people really do love it. They're on all of them.
I
They
agree. It's
adore it.
terrible. No, terrible.
It's a crazy thing to
It's
me.
a crazy wreck. But here's the
I
thing.
cannot wait. Please.
$30,000.
You need to just live record yourself watching Max's episode.
Okay.
I'm telling you, you think you're prepared. You're not
I can't
prepared.
believe he's not doing it with us.
I'm really sad about it.
What an idiot.
I'm like, add a fourth. Just let him come.
Do it.
Just
You know what
let-
I think
do
it was?
Teams.
I think they tried
I'll
to get
take
us
'em.
before with Max.
They did. This has been going on for a while with Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, and we couldn't do it, I think. And Max was like, screw it, I'm doing it anyway. Every week.
Yeah, then he just went
Couldn't
on
do
with
anything.
whoever.
I know. What the hell, dude?
And then he regretted it instantly.
Ryan Seacrest is like, it's called The Circus. And he was like,
Yeah.
the circus? You know how he says the words weird all the time? And everyone's like, dude, he's a comedic genius. But then he does it at lunch. And you're like, he's like, oh, is this the menu? You're like, menu, you idiots.
Oh, man.
Jake, do you think it's weird in this episode? Winston, is asked to become Cece's bridesmaid. I'm a part of the groomsmen. I'm one of the groomsmen, but she wants me to be a bridesmaid. If in your real life someone had asked you, like a close friend, said she's getting married, would you want to be her bridesmaid? Would you say yes?
I would, yeah.
Yeah. And what if you had to wear the same color as them, but you couldn't wear it as the same as the groomsmen?
I don't care about that. I wouldn't do the dress. I would feel ridiculous in that. If it was like, I'm not doing a gag, but if they were all like in light yellow and they're like, well, you get a light yellow pair of slacks and a button down, I'd be like, sure, who cares?
You
And
wouldn't
if
do the
ladies
dress.
closer to them than the guys, I'd be like, I'm not going to that bachelor party with those nerds being like, guys want to do Top Golf?
You don't want to do Top Golf?
No.
Lamorne's like, what?
Wait,
Like,
wait.
I don't want to smoke a cigar with the boys and say Saturdays are for the boys. These ladies are more fun. We're gabbing.
It's true.
You really would. You would choose to hang out
wouldn't
with
care.
the. That's
Would
interesting.
you feel weird about that?
What I feel weird about? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't
Joining
wear
the
their
bridal
color
party?
though. I wouldn't
You
wear their
wouldn't?
color. No.
Let's say
Because
say
I'm both.
Hannah
If
was
I'm on
getting-
both-
let's say Hannah was getting remarried to her husband. They said we're going to renew our vows,
Mm-hmm.
and she goes, "I don't even know if I'd get an invite, Hannah." But
I'd invite
Because
you,
at the
and you
Palladium,
would not
you
come.
wouldn't show up.
Lamorne would get.
I'd respect
would
it.
you be one of my would you be in my wedding party? You're telling me you would be like, only if I'm going to wear a black suit and be cool. It's like everybody's wearing light blue.
Well, honestly, I hear what you're saying. I'm single though, Jake. So I hear what you're saying about like showing up to like all the festivities. Because I would do that. I would do all the, you know what I mean? The mimosa sipping, whatever it is y'all do, the pillow fights, the water balloon fights that y'all do at these things, the soap fights. You know what I mean? The group
They're in an
baths.
80s music video.
I don't know what is happening now.
All the group baths y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I would be there. I would
All
be at the
right,
group baths.
Ryan, can I buy a vowel, please?
Okay, this is the other reason why I'm scared about it. I don't think I fully understand how the game works.
Watch
Watch it, and it's very confusing.
No, it isn't.
You can take
Spin the
things.
wheel.
You can't take things.
Just
Why
know.
are you spending all this money buying the vowels and doing all of that when the money's supposed to go to charity?
Hannah.
It's very capitalism-based game.
Stop it with that capitalism craziness. You spin. You got to get a couple of T's and S's, the easy ones. Then you build your bank up. It's not your real bank. You got to buy vowels so you can solve the puzzle.
So you can
So
know.
if you don't buy vowels and you're guessing, you're
Feels
a fool.
like cheating to buy the vowels. I don't like it.
It is like cheating, but you're paying for it.
Yeah. $250. Is it $250?
Once you hit like your T or
It's a
your
lot of money
S,
to buy the vowels.
but once you get your T or your S and you get a couple of those, maybe
yeah,
an
you
H
get your
or an
S or
L,
T or your D. Yeah, you're good.
then you're like, all right. Then you go, give me an E or an A, baby.
That's right.
All right, okay.
Vanna's
Here's the
moving
trick, Hannah.
around. You
Hannah,
go like
here's the
this,
trick.
Hey, Vanna, get me that I.
Hannah, here's the trick. If you know the answer, solve it. Don't play the game of like, let me try to rack up this money and
That's
keep
my
spending
big.
it away.
I'm not
Rack it
even going to
up.
talk about this anymore because I feel like then this is
Oh,
just
rack it
ammunition. I'm just sitting here giving you guys ammunition for a Friday.
By
I
the
ain't
way,
working on nothing.
I'm not going to be that guy. If I can solve it, and I got 2 more swings, as I used to say in the casino with my guys at 4 a.m., gamble, gamble, gamble.
Oh, that's right. You were
Gamble,
Sure, so
gamble,
you're going to
baby.
thrive.
Well, I'm not great at the wordplay of it all, but I am good at the gamble. They go, you've got 2,100. You want to spin or solve? Oh, Mr. Zajac, I'm going to spin, even though I know he's not here. R.I.P. Vanna. Listen, I'm going to have a bottle of champagne and say, this is my homie, Pat Zajac.
just short circuit the little machine.
All the lights go off and we're done.
Oh,
Keep thinking about
man.
the listeners who are like, this was one of the funniest episodes ever of New Girl. I truly feel that way. It caught me so off guard. I laughed so hard. You directed it. You're here on the podcast today. And people tuning in are just like, they spent 45 minutes talking about bits that they're going to do on Wheel of Fortune.
But this is also a great...
Here's the reality of this episode, and this was as directed it. And you said this before, Hannah. But I had you two guys. I had Max. I had Bill Burr. I had Lennon Parham. So in my 2 cents, and this is what I said when you weren't on, Lamorne, but the directors in TV are the least important role if you've got a great cast and great writers. All I did in every single scene, and you could watch it going back, is cross-covered. So in certain shots, if you're watching the show, you'll see like a big wide shot and you could see the crane that pushes in, or sometimes it'll get really tight in a single. And you got to imagine, where's the camera and where's the other actor? On all mine, it's all these kind of basic shots like this. And the reason you do that, and our eye lines aren't perfectly to camera, they're a little off, so that each actor can be on camera at the same exact time so that you could use an entire take.
Right.
So if Bill Burr started riffing, or if Lennon Parham's saying something, I would always put he and Lennon in a 2-shot together. And then I would always do me and Max in a 2-shot. So if Max doesn't have any lines and Lennon's saying something crazy, his facial expression might be the funniest thing in the scene. I don't want to go back in a single and try to recreate something because he barely read the script. So when he's hearing for the first time Lennon Parham going like, I want you inside of me, I want to see Max go, and so that was for me, that was the whole trick with TV, and that's what Trent was so good at. Keep cameras on the actors all the time, so if somebody improvises something or gets an alt, I'd always say, don't let us all hear the alt. If you've got an alt, whisper it to the actor. Rather than yelling it out, and then the crew laughs, and the writer feels great. It's like, okay, great, you got to laugh. We now have to do it, and ours is for camera. So
Right.
just tell me so that the other actor can respond. But when it's on singles, you don't get that. So my only reason I wanted to direct was to try to cross cover an entire episode.
Wow.
And
Did you
I
ever
think
basically
feel
what-
you're in
basically
the
there's a
ace?
lot of comedy.
Basically, what you're saying, Jake, is the reason why you wanted to direct is so we can get out of work early.
Won't hurt, Big Daddy.
Do you remember it bumping you ever? Because you were in the ace storyline. You had a lot of words too.
A lot of words,
To like
yeah.
jumping like in and out. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
having to then be in the scene because you're
Yeah, it's
doing
the
a lot
only
of
kind
things
of
for the
dir- yeah.
first time.
It's the only kind of directing I've ever done because in my movie it was the same way. The only time I ever directed where I wasn't in it was I did a commercial, a sprint campaign that I got to just direct. And that was really nice. I think if I were ever to direct again, I'll try not to be in it because it is kind of annoying. You're like, you could pretend to really know, but there's no playback. So you're in a scene, you know what the shots look like, and then they'd be like, "Do you think we got it?" And I'd be like, "Definitely." I feel very confident. Yeah, definitely. You're like,
But also,
Yeah,
you
I
have
feel
to
like
have your
that's
trust.
where I would
in-
get nervous in that
Yeah, I
moment
was.
of being like, I don't know if I did my job actually right because I don't have any. I'm the person that's supposed to tell me if I did my job
interesting. Yeah.
right.
But the cool thing about this, though, you're as long as there's someone funny behind the camera and someone who knows how to operate the camera. So
Yeah,
you got Russ back there who knows what
I
he's
agree.
doing.
True.
So he knows the shot looks great. He knows you got the
That's
particular
exactly.
eye
And
line.
I wasn't creating the look of it.
Right.
So if you're doing a movie, you got to create the whole look. But this was so set up. I also had Trent.
Right.
So Trent and Rob would go like, "Funny scene, man." And I'd go, "You
Yeah.
happy with it?" And he'd go, "Yeah." And then Trent would go, "Yeah, just maybe do one more."
Right.
And so I was like, with that dynamic, if I didn't have either of them at Video Village, it would have been a nightmare.
Yeah.
But those were the same guys who were there when we were shooting other stuff.
When you were casting, I know you said you don't remember if you had so much say in casting, but why didn't you put Gareth in it?
He's a terrible actor. That's why I wanted him in yours, man. Put an anchor on you. Throw you over the boat, man.
Hannah, should we just wrap this up? I realized everything gets settled. They didn't do it. They didn't have sex with his cousin. You know.
I just remember when I had kind of forgotten about this episode. I remember Jake, you directing so much just because of that thing at the bridal shop. I didn't know what episode it was in. I was surprised when it was in this one. And I was like, man, I just thought, what a crazy, crazy episode you got handed with no Zoe. You're in the A storyline. You're bringing these huge hitters. Did you feel any deep pressure?
Yeah, I mean, I remember feeling nervous, but I did all the storyboarded stuff, so I made sure I had everything on like a little piece of paper. I had all my shot lists. I like to be over prepared. I think they did it while Zoe was gone, so that the rest of us could feel more, rather than focus on how weird it was. It would get. I think it just gave us all something else to focus on. So it was all like, "Hey, Scorsese jokes." Every time I did anything, they would tell me to put a beret on or "Where's my scarf?" So I think it was a strategic move from the showrunners, so that we weren't going like, "Man, this is so different. Something's off."
Yeah.
That's my real guess that they said, because when it was offered, it was like, "Hey, do you want to direct an episode?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I could do that." And they go, "Do you want to do the first one? Zoe's gone." And I was like, it's kind of a weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But listen, a $750,000 paycheck for directing is not bad.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. I lost money, my man. I had to pay the DGA, and I ended up calling them extortionists.
Oh, that's not what they. Oh, you didn't get paid that?
What'd you get paid?
Let's move on. So at the end of the episode, Cece and Winston and Nick and Schmidt, they stand outside of Jess's jury duty hotel window to show off the wedding dress selection. She holds up the sign, says it's terrible.
Right.
That was weird to shoot. It felt for some reason, it felt like you were shooting a finale or something.
That's true.
Totally.
It felt strange for
But
some
weren't
reason.
we way above with a camera, and you guys were down, and then
Yeah.
we shot down to up with her.
Yeah.
But
So
you
I
let
don't-
us
the
go.
other
I remember that too. You were like, you don't have to be here. Goodbye. It was so
Yeah.
funny. It was like, do we need a big over or whatever? You're like, no, go
I don't
home.
need
I'm
to
just
see
going to do a
quarter
close
of your
on the
shoulder.
window.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing about TV that drives me nuts. And a movie, you all grind it out because you don't know. But in TV, you don't need to keep 4 actors to maybe get 1 ear. We're all going to be back tomorrow, and it's a huge day.
Right.
Now, if you're like giving the other actor something performance-wise, you need to be there. But like, it's not. It's just standing for 2 hours.
I think the other thing I just remembered is I was like, how the hell are we going to take Jake seriously if he's going to come and try to give a note without just like laughing and dismissing it? But then I remember the first time you came over and you said something to me, I was like, oh, this is what you always do anyway.
Right.
Almost from the beginning, you were always, but you would always give people bits, ideas, whatever.
Right, totally.
And everybody else kind of operated like that too, but you really did. Or would have ideas about setups. I would always see you kind of step over and be like, maybe we should do it this way.
Stop
and
it,
it
Hannah,
wasn't
Hannah,
that.
Hannah, stop it. Let's be real. His ideas for setups would always start with him sitting. That's what he was. It's not an idea for a setup, Hannah.
I literally did a whole episode on this podcast about the Jake Johnson
Hannah,
School
he
of
doesn't
Acting
get
and
it.
how I've tried to steal so much of what you've done,
Hannah,
which is to
what
sit
you were
down,
saying
have a
was
drink.
a smart compliment, but it wasn't about stupid old Lamorne. So he didn't like it.
He don't. Jake's.
He's saying don't.
Y'all doing too much analyzing what he thought he was doing. He started off by saying the TV director ain't shit, and then he started trying to get technical about what he was thinking, why he put it in a two-shot.
Well, this TV director is the real Dion P.T. Johnson, man.
I guess that what I'm trying to
Scorsese
say is that
Johnson.
it wasn't that far from what you were already kind of doing.
Thank you.
And so
thank you.
it was
Thank you.
comfortable.
And then when Lamorne wrote something, it was dog shit.
Well, I thought it
That's
was pretty
far
good.
from what he's doing.
I thought it was pretty
All he's
good.
doing is walking around bugging people.
I thought it was pretty good. What I wrote was an Emmy-nominated episode. So, joke's on you.
Was it?
Well, don't look into it. Just, you know what I mean? Where'd the trust go? Where did the
I like
trust
how
go?
we both went, oh,
Could have been. I don't know.
I got low.
Let's
be cool.
dive into the Roomy message of the week. While Wendy's pulling that up, folks, remember to send your questions to the messaroundpod@gmail.com. That's the messaroundpod@gmail.com. And while we wait, can we talk about Jake's background for a second? That chair.
You like the chair?
Love the chair. I know you thrifted it.
No, this was that cabin I bought up in Yosemite when we sold it. This was in the cabin and I brought it home.
Oh, that was just there.
Yeah, I sold it. Yeah. Well, they do a lot of those cabins. They do fully furnished.
I wonder if a body had been on that one, like the cabin in the forest. I feel in that chair it feels like somebody had been tied to it at one point, held hostage, some sort of. And Jake was like, "I'll take it. It's
Man,
free."
you don't get it. That is such a guy from the city's view. The beautiful cabin in a real chill part. You think someone's tied to it being tortured. You got to get out in nature.
I've
you
also been
fool.
watching Prison Break a lot.
Yeah.
All right, let's press play on this one.
This is Cheyenne from Pittsburgh. I've been a huge fan of New Girl since 2013. And I have to tell you, at this point in my life, your podcast is absolutely a lifeline right now. I have a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 6-month-old. So life is just totally chaos. I actually have a solo break coming up where I get to fly out to Irvine, California for work for a week. Definitely going to be binging some of your pod on the flight. So I'm trying to not listen up until that point just so that I have a few episodes to listen to. I'm actually such a huge fan of the show that my first daughter, my oldest, is named Cecilia. We call her Cece. And my 6-month-old son's name is Danville. No, I'm totally kidding, but that would be awesome. I have to tell you about the Cece and Winston season 5, episode 5 mess around and how that relates to my life. There's this promo photo out of Winston and Cece wedding dress shopping. And at my wedding back in September 2023, my good friend Terrell showed up wearing a red button-up, holding a whistle, and he wanted me to get a photo with him doing the same pose that Cece and Winston did in that picture. So we actually had my wedding photographer do a remake of that photo for us. Anyway, thank you both so much for all the laughs all the time. You guys are so needed for me in this crazy time of my life, just to have some normal adult conversation outside of me talking to my husband. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Can't wait to listen for all the new podcasts that come out.
That's sweet.
Cheyenne.
That's so sweet, Cheyenne.
This photo is hilarious.
Cheyenne did
I know. I
something
just
weird,
texted
though.
you.
I
said
just
Cheyenne?
saw it. In the mirror of the bottom one, you see the back of Lamorne's head. Her friend decided to go with an old white guy's bald head in the back in his mirror. How'd he do that? Look at the back of the head. It looks like it's right in the mirror.
That's her dad, bro. Chill.
This
He
is
looks
what's so
good.
funny
God
is
bless.
I literally, when you ran away in the...
Beautiful head of hair, sir. Bless you. Keep
God
what you
bless.
got.
God
Dad.
bless.
God bless. Hymns also, like hymns helps.
Is that a self? That's that bus behind you. Is that you?
That old fisherman or the
No,
chimp?
the chimp. Which one is you?
The chimp, man.
Oh God.
Look it up for my dad. Hopefully he's somewhere on the sea.
In the crane.
All right, let's
behind
go
it.
back to the question that they said.
It was very sweet. I don't think she
yeah.
had a
She didn't ask a question. She just wanted to
She
show
was just
some
sharing.
love.
But I will say, it was when all the lights went out because of the storm and you left and Jake and I were talking. I just kept saying how this episode meant so much to people who get married and they send these things. I had no idea this was coming.
That's cool.
Yeah, but that's my point. It's somehow, it really has just resonated with people and friendships, getting ready for your wedding, girl-boy friendships. It's really sweet. It's
really
really
sweet.
sweet, Cheyenne. I'm so sorry also, Cheyenne, because you said you listened to our podcast to hear normal adult
I
conversations.
thought that was a buzzword for me too. I thought
Not the
wrong episode.
Wrong episode for
Hey,
you, Cheyenne.
Cheyenne, don't watch Wheel of Fortune.
No, here's what I want to say. Here's what I
Not
will
gonna like
say.
it.
Because on this, and yeah, we did spend a lot of time talking about Wheel of Fortune, which I think is important because we are playing for charity. Now, there's something cool that we can do here. Whatever charity you guys are playing for, we will post it on our IG page. We'll post it on our TikTok, all three. So if you feel like if you're listening to this podcast and you want to donate to one of our charities, feel free to do that. There are links in the sites, I am certain, which you can go and donate to, and you can also watch the Wheel of Fortune episode. But yeah, Jake is donating to the Chimps.
What
in
is your
Kentucky.
charity?
Mine is called the I Am Foundation. It's a medical mission in Jamaica, Haiti, Belize, Africa, or my mom is a big part of it, and so am I. But my mom travels with this group, and they just provide medical assistance to folks who can't afford it in some of these impoverished areas. Yeah, so I think that's something that's near and dear to my heart, and to my mother's heart. And Hannah, what about yours? What do you?
Before I say my charity, I hope this is not a sore point. Do you know why Balboni didn't say Belize?
No, why did he say that?
Why didn't he say, when he runs through at the Super Bowl halftime show, why didn't he say,
I don't know. He had the flag.
yeah.
They had the Belizean flag. That was cool. That was good enough for me. I was like,
All right, okay. I just want to make sure that nobody was like upset down in Belize that he didn't say. Because I will tell you, Canada has like lost their ever-loving mind
'Cause he
that
said
we were
Canada?
included in like the coolest, vibiest thing that's happened in so long.
Unless they have
Everybody's
family
gone
down.
crazy.
My family down in Belize wasn't happy about it.
What family do you have in Belize, Jake?
My mother, my father, my uncles, my aunts, my brother, my sister.
Why you
my
say it like
children.
that? My mother, my father.
My
Why you say it like
children.
that?
My
Why you say
children
it
are
like-
still in Belize.
Why are you talking like that?
Because it's the way I speak. But we were hurt. I was down on the island when I heard Bad Bunny, and I thought, come on, man. I did not like, but hey, you know, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Oh, wait, where are you from again?
Belize, man. I lived here for so long, man, so long. I'm blessed. Blessed to be
Hashtag
talking
blessed.
to you two. Blessed to be
Hashtag
talking to you
blessed.
two.
You know, Belize would love to have you, Jake. I think
love
you and
to have
Hannah, if
Belize
you guys
back.
decided to go down to Belize, I think you guys could really be a cool part of the culture there.
Would they think
Well, I
I was
am a cool
Belizean?
Yeah, you
No.
could look Belizean, Hannah.
Nah.
Hannah, you look ambiguous. No,
I'm not Belizean.
there's a lot of ambiguous looking
I am
people in
Belizean,
Belize.
you.
So
You
in
better believe
that
it.
case, can I pull off Belizean?
Nope.
No.
I
Why
said
can
ambi-
she and
I
not
said,
me?
I said she looks ambiguous, Jake. You white.
That's right. You
Ain't no
100%
secret. Ain't no secret about
categorically
you.
white.
That's
That's why
You could be
Canada
Greek.
lost their mind. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
also
God is
Hawaii.
good. God is good.
But no, Bad Bunny. Next time you're on camera, man, make sure you shout out Belize.
Bob
I
on.
But
think
even
Kid
if
Rock shouted him out, didn't he?
He didn't shout out Belize. If
During,
Kid Rock,
during his wasn't his halftime show? Didn't he say shout out to Belize, Canada?
if Kid
I
Rock
don't know.
shouted
It was
out
hard to keep
Belize-
up with which one I was watching. Which one's Bad Bunny? Which one's Kid Rock? They're so similar.
Oh,
Did you watch Kid? I
no.
didn't watch Kid Rock's, but I hear he still got it. I don't know. I haven't listened to his music in a while, but I hear Kid Rock still putting out
I
hits.
was never a fan, not even back
Really?
in the
When
day.
he was
Drop
rapping,
the
I was a
kid
fan.
at some point.
Never.
Also, at a certain point, you just can't be some old man being like, "Call me
agree.
kid."
It was
But
a
even
Mr.
when
Rock.
he first came, I was already like, don't do this. I don't need this like country rap thing.
Yeah.
I was a no on that when it started.
I used to vibe, but when Kid Rock first came out, I was like, "Oh, what? This is shocking." but I'm listening.
I like this.
Shout out Detroit. Shout out to Detroit.
When I was in fourth grade, NWA released Straight Outta Compton, and me and this little boy Dan Kimmons went to the North Court Mall with his mom. And we bought cassettes, and she didn't know what it was. And on the way back, we played it, and I had influenced my friend Dan to get him. He hadn't heard it either, and the lyrics, I'll never forget being in the back seat and seeing this like mom in the suburbs driving, and these lyrics, man, were off the chain. And she was like, "What?" And it was like, "What did you buy?" And I was like, "NWA, straight out." Yo, Ran, what's up?
Straight Compton, a crazy motherfucker
Great
named Jake
fucking
Johnson.
device. I mean, I know all the lyrics and everything, but I couldn't get into Kid Rock.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, folks. Well, do yourselves a favor. Go do a recap of the Kid Rock performance, the halftime performance, and
Listen for Belize.
and send it over into We're Here to Help.
Oh yeah, everybody check out the podcast. We're here to help. Hannah, we need to have you back on.
Anytime, man. I'm here.
Okay.
Well, see, can I just say one thing about your podcast? Because I've done it once, and I still think about that man.
I think about all the people.
Like, who took way too many edibles and thought that the
Yeah.
kids were like through the window or whatever.
Yes.
I always think about. I'm like, did you figure it out? Like, are you
So,
okay? Did you ever
We've
come
had
down?
so
from
many
that?
calls. It is the whole point of that show, which I did not expect to have happen, is how invested I would actually feel. I email with all these people. I'm like, I just got that. You hear their story, and because there's no visuals, we don't see them, as you guys both know. There's something about that, just hearing it. You feel really connected, and then you get a follow up, and then all of a sudden, a lot of them will like email in later, and will like keep kind of producing more and more episodes. But it has been a fascinating show to do. I thought I'd be bored way sooner. We're at episode around 300, and I still like it.
Yeah, whatever happened. We haven't aired the last ones we aired one of them, right?
We aired the first ones, and then I don't remember how many more we did or what we did.
Yeah, because I'm curious to see what happened with some of these folks.
Which one?
I really am. The woman who was having these dreams.
The sex dreams, yes.
Yeah. Like, I'm
was
curious
a
to see if she
teacher.
settled that.
The Lemoyne's last one was a teacher who has sex dreams about parents. And she has the sex dreams about parents before conferences and then feels really uncomfortable. And she wanted help with how to not. And when she gets uncomfortable, she giggles. So, and she did, even on the call, she'd be like, you're like, that's not good. And so we were pitching on how to rechange your subconscious so that you have disgusting sex dreams about these people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's what I will say. If she did that giggle on the call, that means she had sex dreams
know.
about you guys.
We
You
know.
know that, right?
I already know what time it is. Hannah, stop.
For sure. If like you're her favorite podcast and she's like staring at your guys' faces all the time watching the podcast, then she's gonna be on it. You know that's why she giggled.
Cool. I didn't even think of that.
I thought of it in real time.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. What'd you do?
Things just changed.
There,
I'm
there,
from
there,
Belize,
there.
baby.
Your light
Mr.
is so
Belize.
close. Jake, you are so close to your wall.
I am?
How did you touch
you
the
mean?
light switch from that?
Oh, the sidewall.
Oh, I was like, click.
No, there's like a little cube because my room goes like this.
I love how he said wall and you looked so confused.
I
And
thought you
then you
meant
went,
that
oh,
wall.
the side wall. Like a side wall is so different than a fucking wall.
You're right.
Just
You're
a
right.
wall. Still a wall.
Well, if you saw it, it's not even a real wall. There's only about like 2 feet of wall. Just that.
Still a
Who
wall.
cares? Who cares? All right.
Well, anyway, folks,
man.
Jake is clearly.
He's excited that this went at its extreme. I just saw a whole thing happen to you. Lights flicking on and off.
No, he's been
never
drinking
thought
some of
of that.
that
I love it.
1942 that's behind him.
For sure, true.
Yeah, crack that open.
Friday. I don't want to hear anything on Friday where you guys
Friday.
like, nah, I'm trying to like
No, I'm
trying to
drinking.
be good this weekend.
I'm gonna have an unhealthy amount before we go on. And
Yes.
I'm sorry to my mother, who was really excited about this. Sorry, I'm not.
When I get nervous, I laugh. So it's going to be hard. Oh God, I'm going to prepare. I got to figure out how to prepare.
Anyway, guys, you can follow us on TikTok and IG at The Mess Around Pod. Make sure you subscribe to The Mess Around Pod on YouTube. Hit the notification bell so you can always know when we're dropping new episodes, new clips, new moments, things like that. And you can also find us on Patreon, where this Patreon episode, very, very exclusive, hidden secret text messages and photos and Instagram posts or DMs from our private Instagram chat. Some of the things that Jake and I, Hannah,
Hey, Lamar.
Max, Zoe, Damon,
my king.
Nassim, huh?
Hey, my king.
Yeah.
We got families in a courier, man. Subscribe it.
No, it's Patreon. It's Patreon. No one sees it. It's Patreon.
No.
They can't leak it. They can't leak it. It's Patreon.
Man.
They can't leak it. And they get a free T-shirt. So
Don't post it. We'll buy them T-shirts. Don't post
we'll have
it.
it coded in the T-shirts, our private messages. We'll be back next week with episode 506, Reagan, with the lovely Megan Fox.
Megan Fox is coming on?
No,
The
Negro.
show.
The episode. Oh, my goodness. Adios, folks.
Well, I'm proud of us for getting through it, you guys.
Did we?
See you Friday.
The Mess Around is a HeadGum podcast created and hosted by Hannah Simone and Lamorne Morris. The show is produced by Wendy Heisler and engineered by Sam Rogich, with production support from Kyle Chevron and Ali Khan. Our executive producer is Anya Kanovskaya. Katie Moose is our VP of Content at HeadGum. Our theme music is by Ronald Jukebox Jackson. For more podcasts by HeadGum, visit headgum.com or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.
That was a HeadGum podcast.